Hi, this is Scott Garthwaite. This is my presentation number 1 for LIBR 246 Web 2.0, evaluation of a social media application. And in my case, I'm going to be evaluating a application called Thumbit. So let's go take a look at it. Okay, this is the website. It's thumb.it. Now, this is an application you can use either on your phone or on your computer. Initially I downloaded it on my phone, and then I access it here through the internet just because it's much easier to review this big screen version than on the phone. Now basically what this is a very simple but very powerful application which allows you to get crowd-sourced advice on any topic you wish. The long and the short of it is you post a picture and you can ask a question associated with the picture, and people can give it either a thumbs up or thumbs down, and optionally have the ability to leave a comment. So let's go to my, here's my profile, and here's what it looks like when you first go in. Here's someone who posted a picture and an associated comment. And what you do, if you wish, you can leave a comment and give it either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. This picture doesn't do much for me, so I'm going to go on, give it a neutral. Here's another one. Once again, you can post any type of question you wish. I'm just going to go neutral so we can just look at a few. And you can see the results. Here's one, handbag or cake. See, that doesn't interest me all that much either. Okay, now the one thing is that there are tons and tons of voter streams. Right now I have it enabled for every single kind of content. I wouldn't normally have it this way. I would deselect many of these. Then you'd only be getting questions based upon your interest. So, yesterday I went online and I posted some of my own questions, and I'll show you a few of those. Oh, wait, it's under this tab here. And over here on the left you can see 4 polls that I put forward. This is actually a picture of me a few Halloweens ago. I'll give you a closer look here, one second. There I am, pretty scary. And let's go back. And basically my question was, should Halloween be scary? And I associated it with that picture, and as you can see, got 100 votes, and it looks like the majority don't believe Halloween should actually be scary. And I also did another one here on making food look cute for kids. And I posted this little picture of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made to look cute. And as you can see, it's 50-50 with 97 votes whether food should actually be made to look cute. Then I posted kind of a controversial kind of question. Are modern bikers posers? And I associated with it this cool picture I thought of a kind of a 70s era biker, the pagans they were called, real hardcore bikers. And on that one is also 50-50 down the middle of whether modern bikers are kind of posers. And then here's another one, Civil War kind of question, were the northern uniforms cooler? And this one I have a picture of myself. I went to one of those places where you can dress up in different clothes, and I took a picture of myself in a northern uniform. And that's also a really close vote. And as you can see on all these, I got about 100 people voting. So this would have appeared in the voting stream, these pictures and questions, just like all the other ones we were looking at. So if we go back to vote, you'll see that I'm not going to vote. I'm just going to do this just to show you the kind of content you get. Some of them aren't questions. They're just like pictures that people want your kind of opinion on. Not necessarily a question, but they might want to comment or just whether you like it or not. Now let me go back to this screen where you want to get your people's opinion on something. Now you see you have the you upload a picture here, you put your question over here, you chose a category. If you don't choose one, it just goes out to every category. And you also target you can target all the other users of the Thumb.it community, or you have the option when you first sign up that you can import your Facebook friend list, or also your address book of your phone, so you could target just specific communities, or just male or female. I haven't added any friends, so yet, so that would show up down here if I would have added Facebook friends or friends from my phone. So you really have the ability to target very specific people. Now we're going to do a live thing here to show you how it works. And I figured I'm going to do a controversial one now. This is the leader of ISIS, by the way, as you'll see here in a moment. And I'm going to let this go out to the entire Thumb community. And you'll see how quickly things happen. So let's go ahead, submit. Oh, okay. I was wrong about that. You do have to choose a category. Okay, we're going to go with world events and politics. There we go. Okay, now while that's happening, I'm going to go back and talk a little bit about this. Okay, now that I had a little time to mess around with this application, I've definitely noticed some pros and cons. As you can see there, it's very intuitive, easy to use. It's actually addictive and fun. You're always wondering what's going to be the next picture. And I sat down probably for an hour just going picture after picture after picture. And the other thing is its main feature is its ability to get instant access to crowd advice. It's really cool. Like those questions I posted last night, within probably 1 to 2 minutes, I was getting people voting on the pictures. We'll see if that happens with this current picture. Okay, the cons of it, you could sort of see a little bit from the pictures I was going through. A lot of it is kind of meaningless. I mean, probably I'd say only about 1 in 5 pictures were something I actually wanted to vote on or comment on. But it didn't stop me from looking through them. It's just a lot of fun to do. Now the other thing is, I'll show you here. Hang on, let me go back to my results. One of the cons I put down is very few people comment. So let's go to this one here. This thing about making food look cute. You can see down here all the people that have voted, but there's a comment right there. Out of all these 100 people, I think only maybe 2 people commented. So that's, I see as a con, that not many people actually leave any comments. Another possible negative thing about Thumb.it is it's not really being used for any serious purposes. And I think it has a lot of powerful uses that aren't being tapped into. Now the photo scrolling doesn't seem to work. I'll show you what I mean by that. Back to, let's go to my picture of right here. If I scroll, it doesn't scroll the picture. I have to go like this and go to view image to actually see the picture. So I don't know if I'm missing something here or if that is some sort of a problem with the application. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so as far as how this could be used in a library setting, I could see some uses in public libraries, not so much in academic or otherwise. And the way I see it is that librarians, patrons, just people generally interested in libraries would friend one another, so that when they're sending out their questions, they're not going out to the generalized Thumb.it community or just general people on their phone or Facebook list, but they're going out to people who have a vested interest in the public library. So for librarians, this might mean, when you're ordering books, you might you might find a book you really like, and you put it out there for the community. Either, hey, what do you think about this book, or hey, I love this book, you guys need to order this book. Another thing would be promoting library events. A lot of these things are promoted through Facebook page posts and things which people might not necessarily see, or even just physical signs at the library. But this is something that would instantly go out to your crowdsourced community instantly. Another thing would be specifically to patrons. You might just post a picture of the library building and a question like, what can we do to improve your experience? And hopefully a lot of people would actually respond with specific comments. The other thing is what I call the look what I did factor. I was just at my local library the other day, and I noticed that there's a lot of window displays and that sort of thing, that people, librarians and workers, take the time to set up these little dioramas with different things. At my library the other day, there was a World War II kind of thing, like local people who had served, like pictures of them then and now and that sort of thing. And I think it would be great with Thumbit just to be able to take pictures of these displays and kind of just say, what do you think? Do you like this? That sort of thing. So I think it would be a great idea for different libraries to be sharing the things they're doing to promote services, etc. And the last thing is just a very general way to just in real time message people about different types of library events. I know, granted, you could do this with just regular phone messaging or Facebook messaging, but the way that Thumbit is set up, it's set up in such a dynamic, exciting way that I think for real-time event messaging, it would far surpass the usefulness of these other services. Okay, the things I liked and didn't like, and this pretty much mirrors the pros and cons. I liked it for its ease of use, kind of the fun factor, and the fact that you get almost instantaneous results to your polls. Although I haven't been hearing any any sounds in the background. Usually you get these dinging sounds when people are voting on your picture. So my current question, I might not be getting any results. What I didn't like, as I said, the fact that a lot of the content is pretty vapid or meaningless. And there's also a fair amount of trolling. Like I noticed that on some questions, people they leave comments that are kind of just cruel or stupid, that sort of thing. But I guess we're all used to that from years of using the internet. You're always going to have those kind of people. Now, the other thing I noticed on the questions I posed yesterday, I was getting so many responses, and you get notifications to your phone, and they were coming in so fast that I can see it wearing down your phone battery in no time. And I so far have not found a way to turn that off. So that right now is a big con. These constant dinging notifications coming in. What surprised me about Thumbit, once again, how quickly your questions are responded to, and the number of people that responded to them. You saw that for my 4 questions, each of them got about 100 people responding, and they came in quite quickly. And the other thing I like, or was surprised by, is just the wide variety of categories and the way that you can kind of pose your question to specifically the type of community you're looking for. And actually, let me go do something real quick. Let me go back to my question I just asked, and no responses yet. I'm wondering if I can re-ask that to a different community and see if I have any more luck. Doesn't look like I can do that. Oh wait, I did have some votes. Okay, it just hasn't updated yet. I have had eight votes, mostly positive with 2 neutrals. So let me see if that's updated on the main page. It has. Okay, so you see that in that short period of time we've been talking, I have had people looking at the question and responding. Let's see here. Okay, and finally, as far as this tool or application, what I wish it could do, I guess I wish that Thumbit could be more adapted to serve a more practical purpose and not just what I see as more or less just empty fun. And some of these, just a couple ideas that came to mind for me, would be if a large segment of the population